Hi everyone, it's Bridget from Rain, Vermont. Welcome back to my channel. I am going to make a cute little zipper pouch today. They're just really handy and I have to make a couple for a customer and I thought I would share it with you. So this is what they look like. You can do whatever kind of lining you would like. Today I'm going to do a pack cloth lining, which is nylon, extra durable and easy to clean. So I've got a couple zippers. I've got a nice little strap. You can knot it. And it's just a very handy little bag. 2 pockets and you can fit your iPhone in there and all the essentials for a quick trip out. So what I am doing, you cut 2 pieces of fancy fabric. I call this fancy fabric. And this is 9.5 inches wide by 14 inches high. And I cut 2 of them. So they're done. I cut a piece of my lining. It can be anything. I am using pack cloth today. I use a lot of pack cloth in a lot of my bag making. Extra durable and easy to clean and easy to see inside as well. So this piece is 9.5 wide by 15.5 inches high. So those are the dimensions on these pieces of fabric. Okay, so again, cut 2 of the fancy, 1 of the lining. I cut my zippers. I buy my zipper by the roll. This is 4.5 zipper. So I cut it so it's a little bit wider on each side so that when I'm sewing, then I'll snip the ends. I will show you that. And then I cut a strap. This is just some nylon paracord. And it's just versatile and easy to knot. And I just get it in black. And black goes with many things. It can be any kind of strap you like that you have handy. As I said, I buy my zipper by the roll. So, and I buy my pulls in bulk as well. So you just need to get this is a 4.5 zipper with a 4.5 pull. And then all you do is you simply open up the sides like that. And then you just, I've done so many of these, you just kind of get it lined up like that and then pull it on. And there you have your zipper. And I leave it in the center. So again, open up and then just put it on one side, put it on the other, and then slide it right up. I know a lot of people use jigs and things like that. I have found over the years my hands, my trusty hands, have served me well, and that's all I do. Let's go to the sewing machine and we'll put it together. Welcome to my sewing machine. This is a Singer 20U33, and I've had this machine for over 30 years and she's been tried and true. Here I'm putting my label on. I always put my label on my bags and that's my first step so I don't forget. It may seem counterintuitive, but the first step to this, making this bag, is measuring 2¼ inches down from the raw edge. And then you want to take the opposite side of the zipper. What I mean by counterintuitive is typically you would take the left side of the zipper and put it to the top and sew it down. But here I am taking the right side of the zipper and I am measuring 2 1/4 inches down, and I'm going to sew with about a 1/4 inch seam allowance, a little under, and I'm placing that zipper right there to create this pocket. And you'll see as I'm doing the next step that it will make sense and when I sew it and make the pocket. Always make sure to get my zipper pull out of the way and take my time, because you never want to sew over your metal zipper pull. You'll be going through needles. Now you flip over the zipper and line everything up nicely and clip it if you need to. It helps for sure. And then you're just going to line it up, and you're taking the right side of that zipper and you're placing wrong side of the zipper to the right side of the fabric and sewing it down, again with just about a little under a 1/4 inch. I always say you'll get the groove, because you want to use that as your line to create your next steps stitch lines, so that everything lines up and you don't see any stitch lines. Making sure to get my pull out of the way. You want to make sure that if you're working with a directional fabric, which I do a lot of, but if it's your first time making this bag, I would recommend just making it with a non-directional fabric, so that you get the idea of how these bags go together, and it will make sense. And after you've made a few, then you'll be able to understand which direction. So this piece is going to flip back over to the right and create the outside front of my bag. My zipper pulls out of the way. Back stitching. The front of my bag. You just kind of finger press everything down, give it a nice little finger press. You can start to see how it's coming together. And then my next step here is taking my top zipper. This is the zipper for the top of the bag, making sure my pulls are going the right, the same way. And again, I'm just placing that on top, and I'm going to sew right down and line everything up and keep it nice and tidy, making sure to get my pull out of the way. My lining. If you don't have a label, then you don't need to worry about which way that is going either. So again, maybe make a few without your label. And so you're basically, it's just like any other lining in a bag, putting the right size. I'm working on for the top of the bag. So this is my lining piece. Just lining everything up, and then I'm going to use that as a stitch line there too. As you can see, that will be the opening of my bag. Taking my fancy fabric, my cloth fabric, and lining it up with my zipper. This is all coming together nicely. I use my clips. I made a lot of these, so I don't always clip, but it's a better practice to do so. Lining up. I'm just continuing to do my zipper seams, lining everything up. Making sure my pull's back out of the way. Back stitching. Snipping my threads, keeping it tidy along the way. It's much more enjoyable to have things tidy along the way. And now I'm just going to flip that lining up and create my pouch. I'll use that stitch line there. You can go right over it or right to the left of it. There we go. Back stitch and right down the line. I use nylon thread, I should probably mention. I use bonded nylon number 69 on all of my bag making. I have different colors of threads. I mainly use black because that's, I have that, it's an interior thread, so in this case, so you don't see it. I'm just lining everything up, and I'm going to clip, and you just want to have everything nice and tidy and get everything lined up. So this is the body of the bag. Clipping, finger pressing, and that's my lining. I'm going to put my strap in. And the strap has to go in, so this is the front of the bag, so you just have to make sure that it's into the center body of the bag. Just going to keep it nice and handy there so I can see. I've changed over to my regular presser foot from my zipper foot to get more of a purchase on the fabric as I'm sewing. is right up next to the zipper, butting it up to the zipper. And it's nice, it's good to back stitch. I like to back stitch over my straps to keep them, you know, the straps on bags always seem to be the first thing that goes. So I don't like that to happen to my bags. Everything in there, tuck the strap in so you can create, and you know, with the round strap it's a little easier. You know, if it was a flat strap I'd really need to be making sure that it's not twisted along the way. It's a little more forgiving to work with, you know, some sort of round nylon or, you know, round leather possibly, and just get it tucked in there so that it's nice and lined up. And now I want to work on keeping my, you know, I need a gap in my lining so I can turn the bag, berth the bag. And so I like a big opening, you back stitch, and then here I'm, you know, just gonna let that thread trail, and I'm gonna create my gap. And again, I'm just going over my strap to make sure it's nice and secure. And lining everything up. Trim everything. I'm trimming my corners, and I'm going to trim my zippers off the edge. Singe everything if I can, you know, just a lighter is a handy tool. I'm just gonna singe the nylon so that there's no possible fraying going on inside the bag. And I'm just doing a little more trimming, and then I'm gonna turn the bag around. We'll see. You know, they're fun, they're easy. You can really make a few and have a few gifts or things that you want to sell at the farmer's market, or, you know, gift to your friends. You just pull everything, you know, it's nice to be able to get your hand in there. That's why I keep that gap pretty wide open. You know, you don't want to have to struggle with this part. You're just going to have to start working everything out, pulling my straps, getting everything to come nice, and you can see I can pull those straps nice and hard, and they're staying in there. Poking out my corners, getting my hand in there and poking out my corners. And I'm just gonna keep poking, keep working it. And I do have to sew my gap up on the lining of the bag. Yeah, the pack cloth's not as, you know, it's a little stiffer than a cotton, but I find that at the end of the day it just gives more durability to the longevity of the bag, and my bags are known for lasting a very long time. So I'm just lining that all up, and I'm just going to give it a stitch. You could stitch it in, you know, a light color or gray, but I find it's the inside of the bag. I've never had any complaints. You know, no one's, you know, looking inside there. It's a seam that you don't see. once the lining's put back in there. So for ease of time and not changing threads, I just keep it the same. Get everything in there, and it's just a little, it's what you do. It's how you make bags, and you just get everything lined up. You do a lot of finger pressing, and just get the pulls going the right way. And once the bag's pulled out of its lining like that, it will start shaping up, and it'll have some memory. And that's what you have. It's just a cute little bag. They're fun. They're easy to make. Nice lining. Nice and durable. You just get that tucked in. Just get it working. And you got your front pocket. I'm just going to do a little finger pressing here just so that it's, enjoying my handiwork. Thanks for joining me today while I made a couple of my double zip pouches, which I call the Fiddlehead. They're on my website. So if you don't feel like making one yourself, I'm happy to make you one. Just waltz on over and click on the Fiddlehead and you'll see them there. And it was just a lot of fun to share my process with you. If you have any questions, please let me know. I've been, doing this a long time. Just learning about video and how to get better at sharing what I do with people. So thanks for bearing with me on that. And I would love it if you liked the video, and if you would subscribe, that would be great. Thank you to everyone who has. I'm just so excited to be able to share with people near and far, and it's just really something that's making my heart sing. So thanks for that, and I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, keep creating. Have fun out there. Bye.